found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Fox now to kick this one away. On the return, Britton Covey. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Now for the second time this game, we'll get a look at the Philly offense. And time to hit a quick reset here, partner, after they find themselves behind following that opening drive INT.
Yeah, you say reset, I say Control, Alt, Delete. Pretend like it didn't even happen. You got to flush it in a hurry.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So that brings up second down.
Great, set.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Great, set.
Motion man right is Smith. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Eagles are in punt formation. Back deep for the Lions is Sione Vaki. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. By turning them against their own team, they were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo-birds.
Gibbs with a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down right along the 40. They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun. Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Running it with David Montgomery. And this is a huge loss on the play.
The beauty of defensive tackles is they come in all shapes and sizes, from 280 pounds to almost 400 pounds in their football gear, Kate. But when you get one of those war daddies that can shed a tackle and create a negative loss like that, well, those guys are real hard to find.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Goff. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. This kick is away, but it is short and straight up into the air. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
No touch, set. No touch.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Down the sideline past the 40. And he's all the way down at the 32-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Great, set.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Try left, Yanni. Try left, Yanni. No touch.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Brought in close to the 8. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Great, set.
They're going to run with Barkley. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Lions offense returning to the field. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. It gives Montgomery to start the drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by Jalen Carter. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Goff setting to throw. He's on the move. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
We go.
A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Go tonight.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Jukes one defender, and he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there, and that gives the Lions the 1st.
Go tonight.
They go play action with Goff. Escapes the pocket. He'll wind up and head to deep right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. Montgomery now up the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10 now. Vacates quickly left side. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Goff back to throw. He finds Laporta. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll go for it. Goff. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Great. Set. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Throw right side, caught by Smith. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
No touch. Set. No touch.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Trying for the deep ball. Tried connected with Brown, but it's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10.
No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge... and a 1st down. .23 yards to move those chains. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. An early jump of the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Encroachment. Defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
No touch.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. He's trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
A big loss on the play. It's now 2nd and goal.
We've arrived at...
The end of the 1st quarter.
Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're hoping to convert here on 2nd and goal. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
What? What's that?
This is Montgomery. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Devin White hauls him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Gall. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Quarter with that one. So that brings them to 3rd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And they 10-yard line before going. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. About 4 yards for him on that run. More distance than that left, though, on 3rd and goal. Now gone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Fox now to kick this one away. Gamble now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath.
Oh, he lost the football. Going the other way, Lions have it. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline. friend as a runner.
Set.
Next to it, there's a good chance it can
No touch.
honestly out of bounds.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
No touch. Set. No touch.
Hurts setting up to throw. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Set.
Motioning him from the slot right.
No touch.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The Lions returning their offense and this running back to the field. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First down throw, and that's going to be a safety. You know, generally down around your own end zone, you're thinking less of driving the length of the field. Initially, you're just trying to buy some space and prevent a safety.
This is called situational football. You work on it all through training camp, right? It's not just a 2-minute drill. This can be equally important. Just get that first down. Just get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Well, the defense wasn't having it.
And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5.
No touch.
Hurts to throw. Forced out to his right. Working the sideline. That's Goddard. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Good. Set. No touch.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
No touch. Set. No touch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick down in it at the 1. The Lions back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they're going to need to go the length of the field to attack that deficit after the punt sets them all the way back to the 1-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
What?
They run. Here's Montgomery. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
No touch. Set. No touch.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Slot man motioned over.
No touch.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Second down.
Great. Set. No touch.
Another try following the sack. That's into the hands of Barkley. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. The kick by Hopkins is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no.
Trying to locate it. Oh, no, he lost it. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team. And he will The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Okay.
Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Goff on first and 10. That one's cut along the left sideline. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a one-score game before halftime. Badgley for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Gamble now on the return. He gets popped quickly. Not a nice feeling or a nice return. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So it'll be second down.
Great, set.
Running is Barkley. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Throwing here hurts. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down. So out now comes the punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And what a bounce that had to take. Wow, somehow made it all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions getting one more series here before halftime. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On first down, it's Goff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to give him the ball.
And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, and now they're going to face third down. Throwing again, it's Goff. He beams one deep right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Brett going on a bit of a speed run, it seems. We are flying past halftime and going right to the start of the third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The visitors and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He's on the move. Looking slant route, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. From the gun, Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he gets him around 6 there. Devin White hauls him down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. The Lions readying for the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Punts away, and he really pulled out the lob wedge here. It is soaring high as they try to pin them deep. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
He's got Smith. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Hurts throwing again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Go.
Second and 8. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. Goff setting to throw. Cut by the open man. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. All right, set now, first and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First down from the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up second down. Goff to the air now. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Chased out to his right. And before he can get rid of it, he runs out of bounds. Could have just tossed it incomplete, Brock, but instead takes the sack and a big loss.
You know, that's one of those situations that you have to have awareness. Right? You call it spatial awareness. You got to be conscious of the sideline and just simply get rid of the football. Looks like we saw a slight bit of panic there, hence going out for the sack.
Devontae Smith, the intended target. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And I don't blame anyone for letting that go, but what a wild bounce. It reaches the end zone for a touchback. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Throw complete to Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Here's Montgomery. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go with Montgomery. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
They go play action with Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Go.
Off play action, Goff. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running run. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Running on second with Montgomery. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the punt team downs this one just inside the 40. The Eagles about set to go on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Completed to his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Great, set. Delta.
Hurts now from the gun. Campbell hauls it in. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. Second down now, 7 to go.
Great, set. Delta.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We've reached the end. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Great, set.
Motioning left is their running back.
Delta.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Punting unit out now. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Goff back to throw. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 37. This one to Williams out left side. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They give up the gut to Montgomery. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. And that brings up 3rd and 8. Throwing is gone. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Now the Lions calling a timeout. Their first. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Fox now to kick this one away. Campbell now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here.
No touch that.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Escapes the pocket. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Toss play to Barkley. Room to the right. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a fourth-quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a one-score game in the fourth. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Finds Laporta. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
We go tonight.
Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Montgomery now up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs. First and 10. Here's Hurts. He's on the move. Now here he goes. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, a run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Set.
From the pistol, Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set.
Here he is to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. On now comes their punter. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. On the move, headed right. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game. He's got to be careful. But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
A tight end in motion now. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
73! 73! Hey!
On second down, here's Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's about a 4-yard pickup, and they'll still be playing the sticks. 3rd and 11 coming up.
No touch that! No touch!
He'll look to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. It didn't look great, but it still counts all the same as this one goes through bottom right.
Offside. Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Oh, he missed it! The pressure got to him on that short attempt. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
That field goal really would have put the final nails in the coffin, but now this defense, they're going to need to make one more stop to officially close this one out.
Back to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant, because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they